So I'm dedicating this entire week to talk about the metaphysical reasons or elements behind some of the common health issues or conditions we face. And the first one I want to talk about is UTI, which is urinary tract infection. And 1 in 5 women actually suffer from it, and 1 in 2 women suffer from this on a repeated basis, and sometimes it continues for years. And also, as a coach in the last few months, I've worked with women who are going through this issue. So I figured I'll jump on and share some of the other elements that you don't typically hear. So when you go to a doctor, they'll give you antibiotics and some of the supplements that you can take, and some diet changes that you can make, which are all great, and you can you'll find all that information on the web. But again, that has to be tweaked based on your body and how your body reacts to those supplements and food. But I'm not here to talk about that part of that part of the solution. What I'm talking about is the mindset part of it, and why this even starts or becomes worse. So if you go back years down the line, when you actually started experiencing UTI, whether it was as a teenager, or whether it was as an adult, later on in life, after marriage or right before marriage, one of the reasons for that is when we are not able to accept our role as a female. So somewhere there is resistance, there's pushback, there's some sort of a unhappiness, or feeling of not liking what we are doing, or what we need to do as a woman, as a female. And I know it sounds kind of like, really, what does that mean? But let me explain a little more. But basically, when we go through different stages of our life, and when we get married, we especially in Indian culture, when we move to different household, or when we are just away from our parents, then that detachment from that the parents, or even that environment that we're so used to, it triggers a lot of stress. There is a lot of changes in relationships, right? And sometimes you're living with your spouse's parents, or even if you're not living with your spouse's parents, there could be friction in relationships overall, and that stress, that level of stress gets built up, and it is so powerful. That stress is anyways very powerful. It can shift your gut bacteria to a different level, and can really make things worse. So when in situations like those, when the bacteria shifts due to these stressful conditions and environment, you would have realized, or you could have, now if you think back, you can actually, probably you'll be nodding by yourself that yes, oh my god, it happened at that time, or when I was too stressed thinking about XYZ. But usually it's when you feel homesick, you feel like you don't want to be in that environment, or you have friction against where you're living, your people around you. That's where the UTI usually kicks in and takes over, and sometimes it becomes worse. So continue taking whatever prescription your doctor has provided for you. Focus on improving your diet, take supplements. But this is one other element I would highly recommend that you resolve. Process whatever you need to process internally, and get past this, and make peace with wherever you are. And you will see how your UTI will start improving without doing much. So stop putting that stress on your mind, on your gut, and it'll start shifting. Do that. And also, if you can, I'm going to show you, if I can, actually I will write it, because right now I'm in the car, I'm holding my phone. I'll write a mudra that you can do to help with just staying calm and being in a peaceful state of mind, in a way. Because if you can get to that point, where you're more accepting and loving towards yourself, and learning how to deal with situations in a more mindful way, and so you can become more happier. I mean, UTI is just one thing. You can resolve a lot of your health issues. So focus on that, and UTIs will disappear.